Okay, so when last we left the party, we had basically finished Zepho as much as we could. I think there's technically like two more things I could get here, but as I've already mentioned, I do not want to 100% this. Hit a refresh, President Clamp. That usually makes the option pop up, from what I am told. What's really funny, when I fired up, so, whoops. Yeah, so there's this ATST, right? Hey, what's up? When I fired it up, I was like, hey. And I was actually back at a previous save point. I had to go fight the ATST again. And it was when I really became really well acquainted with those wonderful unskippable cutscenes. So here's the thing, President Clamp. And this irritates me about Twitch, right? Most people don't care about this.
Cordova had supplies hidden all over Bogano. Could be worth a trip back.
Shut up. I'm going there anyways. Most people don't give a damn. But nothing
When this is all over,
anywhere indicates to me that you've subbed. I don't know. It's just like this invisible thing. It's like you putting money into my bank account. And that's probably why the Twitch features for, demonstrating that you have subscribed are so ill-supported. That's how I'm going to phrase that. Because I don't care. You're just putting money straight into my bank account. Thanks for the money. Peace. Out of sight, out of mind. But if you get that thing that like J. Palmer and Valerian just did, that puts a timestamp there. And that timestamp is something I can pull up months from now. That is paperwork. That is marking. And of course, it's a way of me being able to see you do it all. Because again, if I don't see that message in chat, nothing tells me that you've subbed. I can sometimes reverse engineer that you've subbed by actually looking at my subscriber data, but that's not a guarantee.
I think it'll be time to settle down, fall in love, start a family.
Love? You?
Yeah, you think a guy like me doesn't know love?
I bet you're gonna tell me.
Let me tell you, it's the best, but a lot of work. It needs admiration, devotion, attraction, and respect.
Breeze. That's actually very insightful.
Yeah, well, it comes with experience. Can't look this good and not steal a few hearts.
I mean, I'd take him.
I bet.
Just right behind the hyperdrive. Just bam, let's go.
Get over here, kid. We're about to land.
And yeah, like that right there. The indicator I just got. I love how unskippable these are. This is great. I don't actually know Jay Palmer. They got a really good cast for this game. So. Quite possibly. Let me poke my head out here really quick. And then say thank you very, very much, as always. So that's to Lord Haramont for a very strange amount of money. Let's go see what that's for. Skaya, Stellaris, and J. Palmer. You get to pick the other one, apparently. Thank you, Lord Haramont. And thank you, Nywell. Nywell? Oh, God, I can't do A's, E's, and I's. I'm sorry. Thank you for the sub. If you want to put that towards up to 3 things, please let me know. Navile, maybe? Navile? Maybe Nivile? Oh god, I don't know. I feel very stupid. And I know I've asked to clarify this before. I can't do vowels. I'm terrible with vowels. Thank you. So, we are actually here to pick up a thing. I'm going to actually look at Berta's really quick here. I can't do vowels. That's why I'm not married. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we got this one, but let's actually double check ourselves, shall we? Would you like to sign in with your Google account? No. But you could... No, I'm good. I'm good. Okay, so we're here. And it's like here. Or here. No, hang on. this way. I have not gotten it. Okay. I think. So let's go get this one first. There's two things I want to get here, and then we can move on. What? What? Quite a bit, Jay Palmer. Which is part of why I had issues with the Force earlier. Okay, so we want to go this way, I think. Yeah, there's several places where you can get your dual saber first. I think you can't get the other weapon upgrade until later, though. Don't quote me on that.
I sense something over here.
Presence I've not felt since... By the way, anybody in chat other than Pillars of Snow? Because I think you have. Has anyone here played and beaten Jedi Survivor to be able to give me a curated answer to a question? Because if I Google this question, I'm just going to spoil myself. You know what I mean, right? Like, some questions you pretty much need a person to be a sentient filter on the question so you can non-spoilery, right? So my question boils down to, is it part 2 of 3? Because I had that vague impression from a while ago, but I never really circled back to it. Now, here's the bonus question. Are they working on part 3? Is there going to be a 3? It's like... I haven't heard anything from Respawn. And technically that's a good thing. It means they're probably working on it, but... Okay, that's... Because... Yeah, sorry, so to summarize that a little bit, the problem there boils down to, I was pretty sure by vague memory that it was part 2 of 3, and I haven't heard anything from Respawn in, like, years at this point, so I was worried, right? I mean, that's not that's a normal thing, never mind nowadays when video game development is just this nightmarescape of hell, right?
Good catch, BD. This is really gonna help us.
That's a good question. Will Cal have ponchos in part 3? Is the only question. Sorry, I'm just debating something. There's actually several places I haven't been to that I can go back to right now. Let's hit this one. There it is, President Clamp. Woo! That's the one. Now, not that I want to be unkind, but if you put what you want to put it towards in that message, if for whatever reason I miss it, or I don't write it down, or I'm a dumbass, or anything like that, I can go back 3 months from now, 8 months from now, and see, oh, right, President Clamp put that towards such and such. I know what I mean. Either way, thank you very, very much for the sub, President Clamp. You know the question. So when you know, let me know.
Did you find something, BD1?
Nice skin. Good afternoon, Evo. So, interesting little factoid. Most people... Oh, how do I phrase this? I'm gonna try to say this without sounding elitist. Most people don't have the ears to tell minute differences between sounds, or they're on speakers, or whatever, right? Like there's a bunch of reasons for that. Well, did you know that the red lightsaber from the original Star Wars actually has a different sound effect from the blue one and the green ones?
Bones. Yeah, but they're incredibly old. Can't tell much from them.
I mentioned that because you can set which sound effect you have set to your lightsaber. And I'm evil, I guess, because I really prefer the Sith one.
An ancient burial site.
Like, for real, listen to this for just a second. There's a really distinct and higher-pitched skein when the blade is ignited. Right there. And yeah, you can also change what color it gives off. So I could have a red lightsaber that gives off pink or blue if I really wanted to. Yeah, I know, it's more aggressive. Fun fact, the sound team has never really sat on their laurels, and they've actually changed up sound effects periodically to lightsabers over the years. Most of you are probably aware of the recent one with the Maul show, but they've been doing that like since the prequel trilogy. So hang on, that's going towards. Yeah, if I could see the waveform. The waveform is really unique to the sound effect that plays for the red lightsaber. It's great. Okay, so that was going towards I have no mouth. Yeah, the Maul one's fantastic. Jedi Survivor, Yakuza, Kiwami 2. Done. And thank you, President Cloud. Okay. But yeah, blues are neat and all. But I was talking to my niece last night as we were off playing Guards and Animals, don't ask. And I asked her, okay, I'll be the light Jedi. And she's like, I don't want to be a Jedi. I'm like, okay. Well, you gotta at least tell me what color my lightsaber is gonna be. Red. And here's the funny part. There is a mod, obviously, to change the lightsaber color and sounds and glow color. The funny part is I still had it from my last time I played this game. It was still installed. I just hadn't messed with it. Red it is. And thank you, Scott K. Barr. Always appreciate. By the way, Valerian? Valerian? No. Okay, Valerian's gone. Scott K. Barr. That's Dragon Quest 4, Dragon Quest 5, Dragon Quest 6. So I have a question. What engine? This is Unreal, I do believe. I'm trying to think of how to ask this in a way that doesn't spoil. Or, like, potentially spoil. If you were to... you know, maybe I should ask you on Discord. Maybe I shouldn't even risk it. Hi, Aisler. Okay, so we went there, we went there. We haven't gone there yet. It's about Dragon Quest X. And its connections to another Dragon Quest game. That's probably vague enough, I think. Not to not risk anything. I'm doing okay. Come on. There we go. Power visit took a little bit longer than I would have liked. But... sorry, no, you said, do I think their estimated release date on others... Oh, God, hang on. So... Do I think the estimated release date for Elder Scrolls 6 of 2030 is accurate? Honestly, at this point, there's only really two possibilities, and neither of them are great. Either they're going to rush it because they're having issues and because the new head of Microsoft Gaming is a monster, or they're not going to rush it, and they're going to take their time with it.
I flew with all haste to Coruscant and presented my findings to the Council.
What kind of toppings, though, Aisler?
We're to
Oh, hey.
repair kit. He hoped someone would pick up his trail, but left BD-1 to guide them.
He says to BD-1.
Find something?
Yes and no.
This hilt belonged to Cordova. Feels weird to say about someone I've never met, but it's kind of comforting. I agree. This place is special. I'm taking this hilt with us.
I mean, there's bad dialogue the whole game. It's actually kind of strange. I don't know what else to add to that. Is that a better hilt, at least? It's kind of hard to see in this lighting. Yeah, I'll go with that. So this is me playing around with colors. So the color selector in the game is actually kind of bad in that it'll take any input, basically any RGB, but its output is extremely limited. So instead we'll do this one. It is a little glitchy, because it is not designed for it, clearly. Like I said, the engine isn't fully RGB, even though the input data actually is. So. By the way, did you hear the sound difference there? Real quick, I mentioned sound differences, so just listen to this. Okay. Now, listen to this. You hear that difference immediately? If I put them side to side, it's a lot more obvious. Like I said, there's actually quite a few lightsaber sound effects. They've been twiddling with this design for decades at this point. Hi, Kennix go. Alright, R appears to be fine. Shrug.
Hey there, BD-1.
Cordova strikes me as the kind of person who is almost Qui-Gon in how much the Council probably didn't like him. And that's my answer to that, Zach Deft. Honestly, just, I have heard, for years about how Disney has completely ruined Star Wars, and it's like, guys. I'm not going to go see Grogu and Mandalorian, because honestly, I'm just not that much of a big fan of The Mandalorian. But I'm sure it's a perfectly acceptable season of television. Yeah, so... Let me figure out where I'm going here really quick before I talk about why the Jedi Council are the bad guys. Because there's like a very objective reason why they're the bad guys in so much of the stories. And it's a really banal reason, and you're going to just look at me like, that's stupid the moment I tell you it. The High Republic era is the stuff a few centuries before the prequel trilogy. It is the Republic at their height, hence the term. I mean, I didn't like The Last Jedi. And I didn't. I've never been quiet about that. But every time I heard someone say that Last Jedi is one of the worst movies ever, I just laughed. Because you have not seen movies if you think that is some of the worst movie you've ever seen. That's just, I don't want to sound elitist about that, but you don't have the exposure to make that sentence. Alright, so hang on. I need to go for this one. Yeah, one thing I admit that I'm fortunate in is that I've been exposed to a huge quantity of shows, movies, and around games, not books, really, in my life. And as a result, I kind of have a depth and breadth of exposure to good, bad, and in between. And I'm grateful for that, really. But it is kind of... I don't know, it's a thing, right? I think I need double jump to get over that. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to go this way. I mean, that's everyone's problem with the films, including the creators of the films, even. Okay, so I think these are... Anyway, sorry, so, right. Why are the Jedi Council the bad guys? Well, that's easy. I'm gonna explain by using Star Trek as an example, okay? So, the hero is the central crew. That's Kirk, Spock, and McCoy, okay? Those are the main people. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. You're okay. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna hurt you. You're okay. Get out of here. Did we just bring a pest on board my ship? God damn it.
This is the same kind of sphere and socket from Zepho. What do you think it does?
So yeah, I actually remember this little physics-y puzzle, because I have to push this from over here into that, which means I want to get it over there first. And then get it like I actually remember this puzzle, because this puzzle was a pain. And like a little bit more, maybe. Nope, of course not. Oh, this puzzle sucks. So, it's probably hard to tell, but you see that gray platform? I need to get it up the gray platform, but not past it. Don't keep going. No. Oh, God. This stupid thing, this little log right here that's in my way, by itself makes this whole puzzle worse. That's not even a joke, because it prevents quick and smooth movement while I'm in a hurry. I don't need a hint. I know exactly what I'm doing, game. Hang on. I need it to be more this way. Okay, now wait. Don't go too far. Not that way. It went too far. God damn it. I might slow it when it gets over here. That's a terrible idea. So yeah, we've got the heroes. Kirk, Spock, and McCoy, right? They have to overcome something. Well, you don't always want them overcoming the same... God, I couldn't even get over here in time! Oh my God, I couldn't even get over here in time. Did you see that? This stupid thing is so in the way. And a little bit more, please. Oh my God, thank you. Worth it, because it gives us this.
You're a lifesaver. You know that? Looking good, buddy.
So now we have 5 potions. That's actually all the stim canisters we can get right now. So, woo. Anyways, so the heroes need to overcome something. You don't always want it to be the threat of the week. Sometimes you want them to push up, because most writers, viewers, players, people in general like pushing up against authority for extremely obvious reasons. See the last 17 billion years of human history for the explanation on why. So how do you do that? Well, the problem here is that in most stories that's easy. All you have to do is have the people in charge be corrupt or stupid or evil. Because most governments include corrupt, stupid, and evil people. There you go. Boom, done. But what do you do when the government is supposed to be the good guys? Now, I mean fictionally. Like, obviously, like, there's other things there. But what do you do? So, back in TOS, if you remember, we constantly were butting heads with the Commodores. Now, I'm using Star Trek as a specific example here, because Star Trek actually had a fascinating path here. Because first we had the Commodores in TOS, and then when we got to TNG, it started being the Admirals. Don't ask me why they changed, that's a whole other story. But the Commodores were the people who were higher ranked than the captains, but had no idea what they were doing. They were so dumb. And they would always make really obviously dumb choices, and that led to problems, and then the heroes had to overcome the Commodores. Okay, cool. And then we get to TNG, and it became the Admiralty. The Admirals became the problem. We must defeat the Admirals. But as time went on, something very natural happened. The writers and directors and actors kind of wanted to turn their admirals into characters. And most actors, directors, and especially writers do not have the talent to make someone who is an antagonist while still being an interesting character that you want to root for. So they went with the easy route. They decided to go ahead and make the admirals good characters and useful characters and beneficial characters. This is especially apparent on Deep Space Nine, late Deep Space Nine, and also Voyager and Enterprise, if you're paying attention. And then the obstinate bureaucrats became someone above them. I noticed this as I was going through TNG, my second most recent time especially, because all of a sudden you start hearing about Starfleet Command constantly. It's just this nonstop thing. Or the Federation Council is the other big one. You start hearing about the Federation Council. And that was the ultimate winning move, because they're all faceless. There's no need to flesh out the council, because we never meet them. They're the vague council of omniscient bullcrap in the distance. And they're just behind all of the dumb stuff that is now antagonistic, and now the audience wants the heroes to overcome. And so you look at a huge amount of the bad stuff the Federation was doing in late TNG and in DS9 and Voyager and Enterprise, and it's the Federation Council, or when we get to the Enterprise, it was the Vulcan High Command. Do you remember that? You ever wonder why the Vulcans were suddenly the bad guys in Enterprise? It's not because of whatever other dumb reasons. It was because they needed their vague council of evil at the top. So it became the Vulcans. Not individual Vulcans. Those are characters. But the vague High Command. Now, they did some stuff with that was cool eventually. I will actually give them credit on that. But you could see where this happened, not because anyone thought about it, but because it was just a logical progression of what they wanted. And that brings us to the Jedi Council. You'll notice that it's always the Jedi Council or the Jedi Order who are the bad guys. It's very rare that you point to Mace Windu. It's a him. Or Yoda, him. Kiadamundi, him. No, it's always just this vague, the Jedi Council. And so if you read almost anything from the prequel era and leading into the Clone Wars era, pretty much all the boneheaded, dumb decisions are made by the Council. Who came down like a ton of bricks on Ahsoka back in the Clone Wars? Who decided that Anakin should be used as a spy against Palpatine, which was a dumb move, by the way? Who decided to just leap into the Clone Wars without second guessing it? It was always the Council. That's why.
You're making good progress, Cal.
Thanks.
I'm glad you're with us.
We got a galaxy to save.
Not an easy task. Are you sure you're up to it?
No.
I'm not sure, but I'm trying.
There are many who depend on you whether they know it or not. Don't doubt yourself, Cal.
Yes and no, push-ups, but like the Jedi Council just kind of leapt into the Clone Wars. Really. Like at most
Too quiet.
Yoda and
Nature agrees?
Only behind glass. Otherwise, nature's not a fan of me.
I'm with
I mean, I
Breeze
may
on that.
have 4 arms, but if you haven't noticed, I'm basically bite-sized for most deadly creatures.
Anyways, you'll notice that like Yoda and Mace Windu specifically, and Obi-Wan, all have reservations about where did this clone army come from? Should we follow the Republic into war? Should we become part of the military? Like all of them have individual objections in the movies and in the books. But the Jedi Council, again, just decides, yeah, let's do it. Let's go to war. Woo! Yeah, I mean, we've got all these clones. We might as well use them. Okay, now I can actually see my hilt. Oh, it's actually kind of a nice hilt. I think I'll stick with that. Yeah, Yoda literally could have shut the whole thing down if he said so. Yoda had a degree of seniority and respect and actual direct authority that he could have just pulled the plug on the whole thing by himself if he wanted to. They were doing nothing until Geonosis. Yeah, the Clone Wars didn't start until Geonosis. That was literally the first battle of the Clone Wars. So by definition, yeah. Trails of Crossbell. No! Arsenal! No! Trails of Cold Steel. Pathfinder of Cold Steel. You got it. Thank you, Mook. Always. I've actually thought about what Palpatine would do if the Jedi didn't join. Because, you know, obviously, Palpatine's super smart about everything. But if you pay attention, Palpatine's a lot more of a speed chess character than he is a planning ahead kind of a character. Like, a lot of the plans that happened were actually Plagueis' plans, right? Palpatine just kind of rolled with it. I love that sound. I'm going to stick with the red for now, because I love that sound. I could add that sound to the Darksaber if I wanted to. So, like, what would he have done? I'm not sure. He probably would have done something to adapt to it. Maybe just start having the war be sufficiently devastating that the Jedi would feel the need to get involved as, like, a recovery force, and then just use that to kind of slowly whittle away the Jedi. I don't know. There's options. He could have also really pushed the propaganda of that. Master Yoda, I can only do so much considering you have refused to join in the war against the evil separatists. Every day I have meetings in the Council where the Senate tells me why haven't the Jedi aided us in our fight against these oppressors? Have you seen what they did to Talakor 5? I could barely even finish the report myself. Like, there's plenty of things he could have done, is my point.
Pick anywhere except Dathomir. Hate that place.
Death. But no, we're going to Kashyyyk now.
Grease, have you ever thought of redecorating?
The Mantis? Why would I?
Wouldn't hurt to throw some art on the walls. Something new to look at.
Since when do you care about art?
I've always liked it. When I was younger, I used to pore through every piece I could find at the Jedi archives.
Did you critique them too?
I admired them. When I became a Seeker, I got to see a few in person. So many different cultures in the galaxy, and each one had their own unique works of art. It was breathtaking.
We're about to drop out of hyperspace. Sit down.
Oh, Dooku would also be part of the issue, too, of course. Don't mind us.
Tell me we're not running that blockade.
Oh, only as a last resort. I've rigged the Mantis' transponder to transmit Imperial signals. Hey, Grease.
Yeah,
Keep your power signature low and act like we belong.
just like Braca. No sweat. I don't need another set of hands. Just please keep your eye on the scanner.
All right.
Please.
All right.
All right.
Don't mind us. Everything's fine.
I don't see anything.
You're preoccupied with something on the ground. We're clear.
I wonder what could be distracting them.
That doesn't look good.
The Empire is devouring Kashyyyk for its natural resources. Wookiees have been enslaved. Or displaced.
Hey, it's a Warshk tree, or however you pronounce it.
Oh, that was a close one, kid. Aren't you supposed to be watching the monitors?
Guerrilla fighters, Wookiees and off-worlders ambushing an Imperial convoy.
Walkers approaching their position.
Tarful could be with them.
Awful could be anywhere. Like deep in the ground, like we're gonna be if we get caught up in that battle down there.
We don't have any other options, and they'll die without our help.
So what's your plan?
Sabotage. We used to scrap walkers on Braca. I'll just jack one.
Get a load of the kid. He thinks we're back in the Clone Wars.
Captain, get us near those
It
walkers.
was like 5 years ago, dude.
Listen, those walkers double as troop transport, so once you get inside, be careful.
For no freeze grease to work his magic.
Hey, do me a favor. Stay alive down there.
I mean, it's Kashyyyk, so... No promises.
Right, if you're jumping, you better do it now, kid.
You ready for a swim, BD?
Yeah, this is literally a death world. Not as like a general statement. That's the actual classification for what Kashyyyk is. This is a death world. It's probably the only thing I don't like about Jedi Fallen Order's presentation of its planets is Kashyyyk should be much more terrifying than this.
You ready to do this?
Yeah, there's a reason the Wookiees live in the trees.
That was close.
We don't want to be here for very long. Uh-oh, we're physicsed.
Let's try this again.
We're physicsed.
Wonder how we get inside.
Carefully.
I'll try the lake. Okay. Now where?
They say Kashyyyk, okay? Don't give me that. I always called it Kashyyyk until I started hearing actors say the word Kashyyyk, and it's like, oh, okay. Whoop! Well, you know what? While we're here, who was that? I saw 2 donations there. One, Vigilant. Who's the Vigilant? Let's go, Luke. But you just told me to be vigilant. Shut up. Do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, I actually agree with that completely, Vigilant. No comments out loud for obvious reasons. But yeah. How do they pronounce it? Why do I care about that pronunciation? I have a general habit of following official pronunciation whenever I hear it. One is just respect, just basic old respect. That's why I call him Titus. The other one, no, trying to. The other one is in absolutely inordinate amount of times I have in my life, I hear something first in my head because I'm reading it, right? Because I used to read voraciously. 1 second, so this is going towards Pikmin 1, Mario Rabbids, and Live Alive. Thank you, Vigilant, and thank you, Jesse's Mask. So, when I hear something said for the first time, I make an effort to try and adjust it. There are, I think, as of this moment in time, 2 exceptions to that, which I will never adjust, and those kind of have their own separate reasons for that. So, Dooku, Kashyyyk, Titus, yeah, Kachi is one of them. I'm never saying that. I'm never going to call him anything other than Kate. Although I think actually they call him Kate Sith in the remake, don't they? The other one I'm using is Eris. I'm never ever calling her the other thing. I have actually talked to a linguist about it. They agree with me. Erith is incorrect. Like, it's just bad English. Whoa! That was strange. I sure hope whoever they're shooting at is fine. Yeah, Earth. If you literally just did Earth, that would be it. Done. Because what the crap keeps happening? Because I've already said this part. They didn't want to do Terra again. So they did Earth. Okay. Done. Just call her Earth. Or emphasize the 2 syllables. Aerith. mind me. Don't mind me. Nothing to see here. No, I have noticed that, Jay Palmer. And yeah, it is definitely a problem.
Just a little more.
This bearded AT-AT is not something I know I needed in my life, but here we are.
Let's climb to the top.
Hi. I accept this.
There's no pulse. Your turn to report fatalities. This is L97240 reporting in. We've got confirmed casualties.
It's your turn. I think this is the first time we've, like, officially seen the inside. Don't worry, I'm on your side!
Whoa, watch it. I can't do this by myself.
I love the banter of the stormtroopers. It's one of the best parts of the whole game. I can do this by myself. Like that little question at the end there.
Reading a new ship on scanners. They brought more firepower than we thought. How's our hull looking? Badly damaged. We're at 70% integrity and falling. That should still be enough to stop out these insurgents. Huh?
It actually worked. Okay.
So,
Report, what's happening over there? You're in violation of Imperial Protocol
shut that guy up.
207. Stand down or we won't...
thank you.
Let's do this. So those are the blasters. Whoops.
Goodbye.
Hey! Who are you?
Hi, Saw.
I just brought Nada to the table. Who are you?
Someone making the Empire angry. We're advancing on an imp landing pad up ahead. I wouldn't mind fire support.
Copy that. Let's make him even angrier.
Saw is such an interesting character because he really is kind of a horrible person, but he is so integral, for lack of a better way to put that, to the in-between area, to the Dark Ages. To the Dark Times, excuse me. I've actually heard it said that he is essentially the main character of the Dark Times. Yeah, the interwar period. And I kind of agree with it, you know? Yeah, he is the horrible person and horrible... He also is played by a great actor who does a great job with him pretty consistently. He also serves as a nice connecting thread between a lot of media. He's been in shows, books, comics, and video games, and movies. Like, he's kind of run the gamut at this point.
Just keep coming.
Yeah, Clone Wars did some good stuff with the Saw. I liked what Andor did with him, too. Yeah, this is what we call a hyperbeam moment, if it's not obvious. And I do like this. He was terrifying in Andor, which is kind of the point. He should be terrifying.
for us. Can you do anything? Hold on!
Well, yeah, okay.
Brace yourself, BD!
There's a lot of tiny little individual resistance groups in the interwar period, the Dark Times. Like, hundreds of them. But they're all, like, 3 dudes in a ship, right? I mean, the entire show of Rebels, not counting season 1, is all about, what is it, like 4 people, I think, total? And a ship. And them trying to do whatever they could against the Empire. And that's the interwar period. The only one who was bloodying the nose of the Empire of any reasonable sort was Saw. Because Saw brought in military tactics, a lot of hardware, plenty of backing, and of course, experience and stuff from the Clone Wars. Hyper Beam moment is from Super Metroid push-ups. Yeah, he was the only person who could actually wage war against the Empire consistently and persistently. As opposed to just, you know, defacing a poster. I mean, that's also true. Again, I praise Saw as a character, not as a person. He's not a good person. He's not a sane person, and he's not a good person. Actually, yeah, Jesse's Mask. He had his backers, because a lot of people realized that he was a critical puzzle piece. Someone said this earlier in chat. He kept the flame alive. Actually, yeah, push-ups. I'll agree with that. Also, speaking of official pronunciations, I've just found a third one I will never use. I'm never calling them at-ats. Ever.
You alright? No, we are not doing that again.
I like that idea, Dakota.
Good walker. Got a name?
Cal Kestis?
Saw Gerrera. What are you doing on Kashyyyk?
Looking for somebody.
Kashyyyk? What?
What are you doing here?
My companions and I came to Kashyyyk to disrupt Imperial supply lines.
Hey!
So, who are you looking for?
A Wookiee chieftain named Tarful.
Tarful is impossible to find. There's a reason he's evaded the Empire for this long.
He's a freedom fighter?
He's the freedom fighter, a symbol of the Wookiee resistance, striking at the Empire from the Shadowlands.
Seer, Grease, this is Saw.
How you doing?
What do you want with Tarful?
Jedi business.
Jedi are dead.
Not all of them.
Oh my god, please stop doing that game.
They're over corpse.
You notice how it's doing this stutter every time the camera shifts? Do I need to turn down my freaking graphic setting? Is that just where we're at? Is it just this cutscene? Because I haven't noticed it before now. I'm just gonna live with it.
Master gave it to me.
This pad supports an Imperial refinery that runs on Wookiee slave labor. Intel suggests that some of the captives there are guerrilla fighters.
I should help them. One of them might know how to contact Tarful.
It's possible.
Whoa, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. The Mantis works wonders. I mean, it's a great ship, excellent pilot, but it is not built for close support.
We'll stay here and monitor Imperial transmissions. With a bit of luck, we'll intercept any distress calls.
Appreciate it. My lieutenants and I will scout ahead to prepare the attack. Join us when you're ready. Go, go.
So you're probably thinking, given how much we just bashed Saw, why is he so legit here? First, because we just killed a lot of Imperials. And that's really all you need to do to get into his good side. Second, and arguably more importantly, probably the biggest problem with Saw is that he is supremely amoral. He doesn't give a damn. He cares about results. So, that means he's fairly pragmatic. We show up, we offer to help, he's like, cool, let's go help. If for whatever reason he could kill the three of us in order to advance his cause, he would do so without hesitation. He might feel bad about it, because he's not a monster, but he would still do it immediately. It is worth noting this is also only 5 years into him doing this. He gets worse as time goes on. So.
Could be supplies inside this walker.
Yep. Yep, there were some supplies.
I'm fine. Phew. I'm fine. Maybe a little bruised, but it's not so bad.
Well, someone answered you in chat, Gia Palmer, so I figured that was acceptable, because it's my answer too.
Let's keep looking. There must be something useful in this heap.
Basically, well, he obviously cared about Jin. Yeah, I love how he's still using Clone War era tech. What's funny is normally when someone's using old tech, it's because they're, you know, undergunned or undermanned or understaffed, but Saw is using arguably better tech, because as we've seen, and I still don't know what I think of this, Clone Wars hardware is kind of better than most modern hardware.
If anything goes wrong with this plan, we're finished.
Mari's mapped out the nearest garrisons. The Empire won't have time to send reinforcements. We'll be okay.
If we can do it quick.
Saw's seen us through worse.
I've got nothing but respect for that man, but this isn't a forest skirmish. I hope we're ready.
Smuggler Plus. Oh, yeah.
They're even worse here than on Zepho.
I'll check it out.
Gonk. Gonk. I mean, that's true, Vigilant. As I've said many times, something being older or newer does not have anything to do with its quality. It's why it always irritates me when some people take one, you know, one stance or the other. Older things are better, newer things are better. Both of those are wrong. Better things are better. Shrug, you know?
Huh? Saw should be at the other end of this trench.
How did Saw get there? We're gonna have to do some stuff here.
No way across. Maybe something around here can help.
Saw walked into the trench and was like, yes, sir!
Looks like a technician's bench.
Actually, yeah, Federation builder. I'll agree with both of those points. It's down only. Yeah, no. Sorry, small arachnophobia warning. So there's a tutorial encounter. Oh god. Who would I rather deal with, Luthen or Saw? Those are both terrible.
How much current can you conduct? Well, with this transformer, I bet you can short-circuit Imperial tech.
Hey, Ross. See, that's the thing. Luthen might get you out alive, but you will never know. And if he burns you, you will never find out about it, because you'll be dead before it ever occurs to you. Saw, there's a non-zero chance that you might actually know, at least be informed of what insane plan he's about to do to you. Get over there, though. Do I need double jump to get over there? That's actually another one. Luthen definitely cares. Like, his whole character arc is about him caring. I hope it works out well, Ross.
Don't fall behind, BD1.
Luthen's speech in Andor. There's so many good speeches in Andor, but Luthen's actually takes the cake for me personally. Sure, push-ups. I'm never going to respond to it or react to it, but you have my permission to bang on that drum. Well, like, there's 3 really good speeches in... Well, okay, there's like 10 really good speeches, but there's 3 of the speeches that are close to my favorite in Andor Season 1. What I usually just call Andor. One of them is the one I just mentioned, Luthen. One of them's Kino, and one of them's Marva. Yep. I wasn't counting Nemik's manifesto as a speech, but I see your point, and yeah, it's also awesome. Banelings. Very few Trihexian.
Good job.
Like, I don't want to disparage Nemik's manifesto, because it's awesome, but... wasn't considering it.
Jedi! Over here!
How did you get up here? Did you see what I just had to do to get up here?
Imperial sap refinery lies dead ahead.
What does the Empire want with tree sap?
Nothing good. They refine the sap into a powerful compound, and they're rushing to expand production.
We have to stop them.
That's the plan. We don't know their end game, but they spread themselves too thin. This map we recovered proves it.
Here you go, bud.
These refineries double as brutal prison camps. We use those cutters to create a distraction, while you take your lightsaber and free the Wookiees inside. We need their help to stop the Empire.
Understood.
Watch yourself in there.
One other thing about Saw, which I find interesting.
Said he needs my help.
One of Saw's things, and I do actually think this is kind of coincidental because of the actor, because I can't remember his name, is actually a pretty solid actor and does a great job as Saw and everything is in. But as a result, the character has a fairly natural charisma to him, especially early on. There's a reason so many people... Yeah, thank you, Sam Whitaker. Or Forrest Whitaker, excuse me. Okay, now I'm getting different names. No! But no, he is a very natural leader. He shows up, he knows what he's doing, he knows how to do things, and he just kind of naturally exudes the confidence that makes people gravitate towards it, right? It's kind of the Picard thing, to put it into simple terminology. You see Picard show up, and Picard says this, this, and this, and he just sort of naturally takes charge, and most people just kind of naturally go along with it, like, oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, the Empire bled for Kashyyyk. It was arguably not worth it.
Dead trooper. Saw I got him. He's more ruthless than I realized.
Yeah, Forrest Whitaker, thank you. Hold on. Checking. Yep, okay. That, you saw that, right? I just went through the log there. You know, every time I see TIEs that low, I cringe a little bit, because I've flown a TIE fighter. They're fast, maneuverable, and have no health. What are you guys doing? Yeah, I actually know that he was in Battlefield Earth, because I've actually analyzed Battlefield Earth. I should spend some points on there. Luthen's biggest flaw? No, and I never will. Never will. I would actually agree with that, Mr. Red. What's funny is there are several decent actors in Battlefield Earth. It's just they are all wasted. One second. Luthen's life sucks. I was going to think about the trust thing, but actually, as weird as this sounds, I think Luthen's biggest flaw might be that he doesn't really have any hope. He needs someone else to have hope so he can do the other half of that equation, right? At no point in time in Andor Season 1 did I ever see a Luthen who feels like he actually thinks he's going to win. Even during his speech, he mentions that there's a decent chance that it's too late, that they have already reached a point of critical mass and it's over. Yeah, actually, but I don't disagree with you. Let's do that. Yeah, I'm gonna want that. Yeah. He needs idealism. If Proxus had not exploded, his idealism might not have found expression. I've always liked, and I admit I also think this is true in real life, that you need to have someone who's practical and you need to have someone who's idealistic. Right, you need both sides of that equation. Without both, it goes topsy-turvy. It just spirals, or it doesn't go anywhere. Let's do that one. Listen, space is cool. Explosions are cool. Nobody questions this.
Over there. One of the cutters turned on.
Hi!
Someone else get in here. A solid blow.
Wookiee warriors left this. They used this place as a hideout in their battle against the Empire.
Luthen and Marva would be an interesting duo. Yes, Dakota. It's if you ever see occasionally when like I'll block or deflect a shot and then not get another one, that's why. I'm actually tapping. In fact, I can just demonstrate it, right? You see there's that delay. This is me absolutely mashing the parry button. You get to live.
Attention all units. We've lost contact with our troops stationed at Cargo Pad 119 Greg.
We just can't stop him.
What are you gonna do? Huh? 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 What are you gonna do?
Come on, Jedi. Fight us.
You sure you want me to fight you?
I knew he would run.
See, I couldn't.
That's it. It's all over now.
Why does that attack keep missing? Why does that attack keep missing? Did you kill my bot? And no, I have not. Well, it depends, push-ups. Can you? Who killed my bot? Who actually did kill it? I'm just curious. It was push-ups. No! You killed my bot! Sorry. Listen, it's not my fault that this game wants me to use L3 and R3. The worst buttons in existence. Come on, game. Come on. I am currently playing this on PC. So I sure hope this is available on PC, or I've got some explaining to do. How did that... Okay, that's... Alright, whatever. I apparently cannot do this jump. What the crap? You didn't see anything. You saw nothing. Look, I was just deliberately playing on hard mode. Wait, what? But okay. Oh god, yeah, that is actually worse to quote. I'll agree with that. And several PS4 games tried to shove that in there.
What do you think that was? Sit back, I've got this. Get in there!
Contact on target.
Careful! They can't all be dead. Can they?
They can, in fact, all be dead.
Holding up okay? Good to hear.
Watch out!
This is gonna suck.
A Jedi. This is what I trained for.
I don't want to fight this guy.
Fail. Die, Jedi.
No, J. Palmer. Damn it. I look away for 1 second, I got hit. I'm not gonna look at chat for while I'm fighting this idiot.
Face me, coward. You won't land another. Distance is senseless. I'll end you.
Stim!
Traitor.
Traitor to what?
Keep going. I'll rendezvous with you shortly. Looks like you're blocked. I'll fix that.
I would immediately shoot myself, Luke.
Gotta get these Wookiees out of lockup. Keep moving, Jedi. Vents open. go!
No, too late. I've eaten a blaster bolt. We're done. I've never even noticed that complaint was just now, and I will continue to not notice. This is a video game. I understand how video games work.
Flame beetles, they're coming through the walls.
They're coming out of the walls! And flame troopers.
Get him, quick!
Get him before he escapes!
Back up, I've got this. I got him!
Put it out!
We'll win, easy.
Got a scan?
Interestingly enough, slug throwers, which is what you're referring to, do exist in universe, Lord Aramon. But as for the in-universe explanation for why they're not used, not available. N.A. It is a completely out-of-universe thing. Okay, I know. Slice the darn thing, would you?
How are you feeling, BD1? Good. I'm glad. Something we can use?
Depends, J. Palmer. You get a Jedi off their guard, you can kill a Jedi with a pencil.
You sure you want to plug into this thing? Okay.
This looks safe. Yeah, video games aside, a Jedi doesn't have more health. To use video game terms, they have more dodge, or AC, if you prefer. It is harder to hit them, but if you hit them, they're just a dude. You know? Hang on, while they're fighting over there, I'm gonna meditate real quick. Home. Well, I was gonna jump down there, but and yeah, one of the problems, well, definitely a question mark there, is the Force has been subject to a fairly consistent inconsistency in relative power for years, ever since the original trilogy, honestly. Like, go rewatch the original trilogy sometime. The Force is actually pretty low tier. Like, there's a reason that Palpatine being able to use short lightning was considered use Force lightning was considered such a big deal.
Wonder if Grease can cook with these.
And then, yeah, we get to, like, more... Well, not even more modern stuff, just... Again, it's like, sometimes the Force is, like, stupidly powerful, and sometimes it isn't. Sometimes Jedi can literally fly by levitating themselves. Sometimes they can't. Yeah, episode 1 literally started showing different visual effects to show them doing super speed, or whatever the hell they call it. And obviously plenty of the games had played around with that because they're video games. Oh, there's a load screen here. I didn't even see this. Yeah, almost everything in the Tor era is pretty high tier because it's a video game. It is universally a video game. So, duh, essentially.
Patrol the base. Got another breach down here. Some kind of webbing. Hey, who's that?
Then he died.
Hey. What is it?
This is a room I don't want to be in. That's what this is. Ooh. Ah, yeah, there we go. New poncho. Oh, yeah. How strong is Yoda? I mean, he's usually considered one of the most powerful in the Force itself. He has lost several times in direct conflict. Alright, whatever, let's just do it.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, Palpatine, you know, the most powerful Force user in general of, like, his particular era, might not be that high tier by Tor's era. Mind me, giant death pile of death. Ah, there it is.
Stim!
God damn it! Well, I died before I could even attack it, so that's cool. It does, Pillars of Stone, which is why I just mentioned. This whole conversation started with... Hang on one second. This whole conversation started with how inconsistent the power tiers are.
I need to reload.
Alright, round two. That's just unkind. Oh, that tracking. Did you see that nonsense? I'm still too early.
Help!
So anyways... I think I do, J. Palmer? I've been mashing, so maybe I don't need to. Oh, whatever.
I see you down there.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, 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 buddy. 6 feet, okay? Alright, so...
What's this?
It's experience. Not a lot.
I just heard from the captain. They're coming. Oh, this is it. At least we have the high ground.
Well, now he's dead, but no, so that's the important part.
What was that? Another hijacked cutter. Reporting a live cutter near the cell blocks. Immediate aid requested. It's breaking through and destroying everything. Come on, cowards! It's the Jedi! Ranged only. Listen, my time to shine.
Ranged only. No, that's not a positive-worthy boss. He only had 3 attacks, too. I don't know if you noticed. And he cycled through them pretty quickly. So how do I... I think I don't. Hi! Yeah, could you, like... Thank you. Appreciate you.
So far, almost to the prison.
Good. Imperial distress calls are going out across the planet. If you don't get the prisoners soon...
We can do this. I promise.
Unkeepable promises. Ding. No.
Just won't open.
Not super impressed with it so far, Dakota. Most of the really good kit we get through plot unlocks rather than talent unlocks. Probably the only talent I've actually gotten a real use of it is this. That attack does an absolutely insane amount of damage if it tracks properly. How young are we? I know we're quite young, but I don't remember how young we are.
The Jedi will be here any minute.
And our reinforcements?
En retreat.
Good.
Sir?
Fewer distractions, the better.
Oh, shoot.
We can't keep this up.
So you notice that escalation thing again. We've already fought one of these dudes by themselves. Now we have to fight him with some escorts. Not that it takes that long to get rid of them, but still.
Hear me. I'll end you. Won't land another.
That's actually something else I've already had an issue with, is where the really good talents don't show up till pretty late in the game. Not that you don't have good kit early on, whom, whom, whum, and all that, but still. It once again makes the talent tree just kind of like there. Again, to answer Evo's question, not impressed. Okay, so it's supposed to be back here, which is good. This is where I want it to be. Okay. Yes, although... there's going to be a thing. I keep eyeballing this over here and thinking there's going to be something over there, and I'm going to regret not getting it. Yeah, okay. I can always come back later. I cannot make that jump. One more try. Oh, okay. In game reason? No. In lore reason, yeah, there's plenty. Enjoy the sleeps, you know. A real Jedi could have made that jump. I'm just saying, Cal.
A Wookiee slave collar.
Ugh, screw it. I don't know what it is. I want to know. I want to know.
Got an intruder here.
Don't mind me.
Taking us on hit.
I said don't mind me. Pay attention, God. It's probably nothing.
Grateful.
In fact, it looks like it was literally nothing. It was just another path up. But now I get to do this. Did you see that? Did you see that? That was worth it. That was actually quite worth it. For those of you who didn't catch that, I managed to throw him into the maw. Into the actual maw of a spider, who then immediately attacked and killed him.
Stop complaining, Stormtrooper. Focus on your duty.
I'll complain all I want. This fight is never gonna end.
Not with attitudes like that, it won't.
Go get him! Jedi hit!
Whoa! Can I help you?
All right, get him! Come on, hit him!
Anyways. Up to way off time. But, okay. Oh, yeah, I should use the delay strike on this thing at some point. I haven't gone this way yet. Hang on, what's this way? Can I go this way? This feels like a shortcut. This is a shortcut. This was a shortcut? Okay.
We're here to free you. You're not alone.
So this is the first time we have to fight one of these things.
Visitation is not permitted.
These things suck.
By yourself. Scanners failed. Sudden movement unforeseen.
Yep. Oh, God. In the corner. Couldn't move.
Unproductive human. Termination imminent.
Oh, they're grab attacks.
What's this?
So anyways, so I started lightsabering. And it holds very still while I get these things off of your neck.
Glad to help.
Who's ready to fight some imps? All right, let's help these Wookiees get back in the fight. Great work, Jedi.
Of course, Saw is primarily interested in recruits. Wouldn't he be? One more thing, real quick, real quick. Just give me a second. Where is that exactly? That is out this way. Here out, J. Palmer. Get the good sleeps.
BD1. Gotta slice this.
Hit it quick.
Toss it!
Damn. Slugs.
Find. Hey! What do we find?
Aha! You were wrong! It wasn't a poncho. It was a lightsaber switch. That's a slide, it looks like. Yeah, we've had goats, now we have goat slugs. Yes. Whatever. See how badly this sets me back. Hi, Dream Whisperer. Hope today is treating you well. Are we stuck? We might be stuck. Let's see if we can unstuck. We can't pull that down, so that's a wall. Yeah, that's a wall. We can't do that.
That's the path to the Shadowlands? There has to be a way across. You're right. We can't search the whole forest. Better get back to Saw.
Well, at least they tell us, no, don't go this way pretty quickly. I do find it funny that we get push before we get pull, and it's like, considering both are telekinesis, wouldn't that be the same thing? Ah, whatever. Oh, absolutely, Lord Hammond. He's very dead.
Operation is expanding into Sector 7. They call it the Shadowlands. It's growing with hostiles.
Now, the Shadowlands a fun, happy place to be. It's doubly funny because the reason they do it isn't even combat related in this game. I mean, you can do some funny stuff with push and pull, but really, it's to lock up. It's the Metroid thing. It's a Metroidvania. We don't have the plasma weapon, so we can't open the plasma weapon doors. That's it.
Hey, BD1? Just checking on you. Saw's up ahead. We must be close.
I was thinking the same thing, Von Falkenstein. So it's just you now, buddy. Maybe? Okay, yeah, they're up there. Hey, deja vu. Keep away, is what he just said.
Please don't hurt me.
Did you hear that? I love the Stormtrooper banter so much in this game. Ah! Please don't hit me.
What can you do, BD?
I've already given several positives for Stormtrooper dialogue. You kidding me? That may be more later. Yeah, I think space whales would enjoy eating Sarlaccs. Then we have to figure out how to kill the space whales, though. Listen, it wouldn't be a space epic opera and whatever.
Hi, BD1.
If there weren't space whales, I'm just saying.
Hey. So what was in there?
Space whales who can go across intergalactic space, by the way. So, you know, that's cool. Wait, seriously? This is a dead end? Yeah, this is how I get out. Okay, whatever. No, those are the eels push-ups. Space whales are much worse. If it wasn't for the other galaxy thing, I don't think I would mind them as much, but Jesus Christ, that's insane. Like, I've played Stellaris. I get it. Space whales. Cool, cool. Distance. Yeah! Nope. Yeah. Cal, you really need to stop skipping leg day. It's kind of embarrassing, honestly. The Tiyanki. What are the Tiyanki? Right.
Hey there, BD1.
Like, it clearly wants me to go this way. Am I stupid? I'm not too stupid. The guys from Stellaris. I don't actually know who that is off the top of my head. Because that requires the double jump. No, I'm very stupid. Like, I cannot figure this out right now. Can I just leave it spinning? Cal, please learn how to jump. I'm begging you. Come on. I was assuming I couldn't leave it spinning, because, you know, then we're just leaving BD-1 over here. Still don't get that reference, Mr. Red. I never will. Ever. And then BD just teleports under my back. I should have just assumed.
What's that?
Those are Wookiees.
I'll check it out.
What about the droid attack on the Wookiees? Yeah, what about the flamethrower attack on the Geonosians?
We need the Wookiees to finish this. Hurry!
They've got reinforcements!
Jedi!
Go, go, go!
1-5, we're trapped.
We gotta get them out of there.
Think we have to?
Get these cells open!
Shooting at the target!
I am not ready for these fights. In fact, I'm just gonna run.
Strike him quickly!
Inferior Jedi. Intruder sidestepping strike.
The enemy is severely injured.
Bolt ricochet evident.
Damn, I gotta kill it.
Very low.
I literally, if I take one hit, I'm dead. And we're dead. What? What? God. Okay. That's all I wanted to know. Jesus Christ. Let's see how far back I go here. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm way back here? Okay. Alright. I'll make that work.
Got an intruder! Get in here! I got him!
You got me!
Fight him, cowards!
So, that's interesting. I love the refined ooze just leaking from the unsecured pipes, by the way.
I see you!
Why did that not do nothing? Why is it still doing nothing? Target the stormtrooper, not the frickin' thing, you stupid game. Now shoot me. You shoot me too. Come on, shoot me. Shoot me. Okay, whatever. I don't have time for you. What is happening?
Need a stem.
Can't handle the pain, Jedi?
Lore is very good at 2D platformers.
Hope you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. Alright, take two.
Really?
Still resisting? Unwise. Bashing provided.
Fine. No screwing around.
You cannot escape. Scanner failing.
There. Like I said, no screwing around. Let's just die. Just die. I've been debating that kitten fan, because, yeah, it is kind of irritating, especially since you tend to die to things that probably killed you with a red attack, because, you know, those are the mean attacks. Okay. It does have the sound, which is why it's not more negatives. Because let me tell you, that could be a lot worse. It is 3. That's what I thought.
Get up here.
Game.
You've done it! The Wookiees are free! Get to the roof!
And he's gonna Batman away again. Damn it, Saw. Are we going down? Whatever. I'm sure it's fine. Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense. I mean, let's at least save over here. I think that's how a save works. I don't know. I've lost progress before. Recently. Up, please. Up. Up, there we go. You know, it just occurred to me. We gain force back by attacking people. You ever think about that for a second? Are we sure we're a light Jedi? I guess that's true. No, a dark Jedi would gain force from taking damage.
Watch yourself.
I like how, as you're going for the killing blow, she raises her arm to defend herself, and then you just slice through it.
Watch my back. You can't beat us all. Stand still. I see movement below us. Move in. I'm tracking it. Watch out. Took out one of us. How did you kill them all?
Get ready, buddy.
Jedi! We don't have the firepower to breach this hole.
We're on it.
I mean, it makes sense. Snow troopers, right? Of course they'd have a flamethrower. Sure.
I need help.
These have been hard years. We've lost comrades, friends, family to the Empire. Dark times.
Yeah, that's why they call it that.
The fire still burns. Hope still burns. The Jedi are not yet lost. We are not yet lost. Kashyyyk is not yet lost. For the cause! You've seen what the Empire has done to Kashyyyk. These stories are playing out all over the galaxy. My partisans could use a Jedi on our side.
I'm honored. But we have our own mission I can't walk away from. Not yet.
The offer stands. Keep it in mind.
Cal, I'm Mari Kosan, and this is Commander Choisik.
Hi.
Sorry, I'm not quite fluent.
Choisik says he'll do whatever he can to find Tarful and vouch for you.
Do you think he's still alive?
Have faith, Cal. We'll be in touch with your ship. For the cause.
And yet, of course, Saw would want a Jedi on his side. Duh. Game. Game? Oh, hello? Game? Hello? Hello? That was strange. Listen, we need to leave them in their collars, because... I don't actually know.
Overcharge this.
Yeah, no kidding,
So, what's your count at?
I think 20.
I'm at 14.
You've got to catch up.
Oh, I will. The longer I stay alive, the more imps I get to take out.
Justice for what they did to your home.
Our home. We're all in this together. The same cause. We're family. What happened to yours happened to mine.
I mean, yeah, exactly. You notice he just calls us Jedi. The distinctions in quality or class or standing or anything don't matter to him. He sees someone who can use a lightsaber. Of course he tries to recruit him. I absolutely think Saw would want to bring that, even despite the attention it would bring. But I also think that's because I don't think Saw fully understands what the real elites of the Empire are like. No, I'm dead serious. Saw does some good damage, don't mistake me. But how many times does he fight the actually dangerous stuff? Like, almost every time we see him, he's dealing with, like, regiments, garrisons, outposts, right? Do you think Saw would last longer than 5 seconds against Vader? just to name a very specific example. Yeah, he deals with the ISB, but that's it. So, I guess to answer your question, if he really knew what that attention would bring, he probably would not want to get involved with it. I don't think he does.
You've been fighting for so long. Have you learned anything from war?
Nothing unites people like tragedy. Everything the Empire takes from us only makes us stronger. Each injustice spurs others to join our cause. If we stand together, we can win.
Just like today. Thank you.
Yeah, honestly, part of the reason Saw manages so long is twofold. One, as we've seen, and Andor proves this, he has backing. Plenty of special interest groups who have finances and resources and influence make sure Saw gets to keep his toys and keep his people. And number two, I forget the proper term for this, but it's insurgency math. So you have 20 insurgents, you kill one. What does that equal? Well, 20 minus 1 equals 40. Because now that you've killed one of those insurgents, you've pissed off a lot of that insurgent's family, friends, some people who were debating, some people were leaning, some people were centrists. 20 minus 1 equals 40. And if you're familiar with the quote, you know that that was actually joked upon, but it's kind of true, right? And it is a huge reason why Saw constantly has recruits. He is the guy who's running around fighting the Empire. You have something happen to you, people do line up to join his group. And he recruits anybody, he doesn't care.
Seems like Saw's willing to do whatever it takes.
He has his own way of doing things, yes. But these are dire times. We need leadership like Saw's.
Even when it means risking your lives?
Someone has to stand up to the Empire. Why not us?
I admire that.
And we have something in common. Safe journey, Cal.
Yeah, that was just now.
I've been monitoring Imperial communications, and I picked up something. Project Augur has been reactivated. The Empire may be close to finding another Zepho tomb.
Looks like we still have work to do. You think Saw and the others will be okay? Always looking on the bright side, huh? Hey, thanks. For everything.
See, that's a good question, Trax. I agree with something Loke mentioned earlier. Saw was, I would go so far as to say, mandatory for the existence and creation of the rebellion. But if you track it on a timeline, his usefulness, his valuableness, you know, how much he is a net positive instead of a net negative, dips down the further along the timeline you get. By the time we get to Rogue One, he's officially more of a problem than a solution. So sometime before there, even by Andor's time, it's kind of like, All right. Just double checking something. Pretty sure we swept. Yeah, we did.
Hey, Seer.
Cal, good to see you back in one piece. Mari Kosan contacted us. We know you couldn't find Tarful.
I love risking our lives for nothing. It's fantastic.
It wasn't for nothing. Mari and Choysic will come through.
I like your optimism. We could all use a little of that now and then.
Hey, I'm a positive guy, too. I'm positive that if I die, I'll be very upset.
You did good, Cal. We might not have found Tarful yet, but you saved lives today. Don't forget that.
Thanks.
I'm busy. I gotta figure out what to cook next.
Everyone likes Grease. Grease is amazing. Shut up, Callisto. It's funny because we don't even get anything really of note here the first trip.
Nice one on the seed collecting, but the terrarium's still got plenty of room. So, you know, get out there and get me some seeds.
Sure, Grease. Whatever you say. Let's get out there.
Game? Ah! No! There we go. I don't remember if I'm talking shit.
The Empire might have found a Zepho tomb. We can't waste any time.
Pity. Heard about a high-stakes game from one of Saw's fighters. A few extra credits couldn't hurt, you know?
Gambling? Grease, use your head. One of these days, the Haxian brood is going to catch up with you.
Those slubs? I'll hear them coming from a parsec away.
I don't need your gambling habit causing us more trouble with murderous criminal syndicates.
You're right, I know it. I just want to blow off some stress every once in a while, you know? Anyway, all of that is in the past. I'm sure it won't be a problem.
Narrator. It would, in fact, be a problem. Sit. Sit. There we go. Sorry about that. Jotting down some thoughts. Actually, yeah, sensors in Star Wars are barely a step above, like, real-life scanners. I guess I don't need to... Okay, whatever. Can I just leave, please? Can I leave faster than I'm going? Is that an option? Please? 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 Hey, there we go.
There's a long journey ahead of us. These ancient tombs didn't survive all this time because they were easy to find.
It's a challenge I'm willing to take.
I can see that. I'm glad you believe in what we're trying to accomplish.
What are we trying to accomplish again?
I always have. Ever since I was a youngling, I trusted in the Force. Those names on the list, they're a test. And I believe I will succeed.
I like your confidence. A journey like this one can challenge you in ways you've never been before.
I understand. I think I'm ready.
We've got your back, Cal.
I need to finish doing a formula at some point. I know what you're thinking. Whoa, hold yourself back from that excitement, Laura. But no, I'm actually serious. It was a formula I came up with for our Trek. And the idea is that, basically think of it like this. So there's two measurements, right? Distance and precision in terms of scanners. So you can crank one up, but that actually naturally lowers the other. Or you can crank the other and lower the one. So you can have really long distance scanners. You can have really precise scanners. Now, most ships would then be equipped with one or the other. The caveat is you could actually increase both, and this is where I need to come up with a formula, because the idea is that each point of one multiplicatively increases the tech requirements for the other. In other words, something like the Federation, which is very high-tech, would be able to have decent both, right? Distance and precision. Something much more advanced, like the Borg, would be way up here. And most races just pick one or the other for like long distance sensors. Or you get the idea.
No stormtroopers here either. Must have cleared out to search for the tomb.
That's good for us, but the cave will be crawling with them. I'll do what I can to monitor their movements.
Something about this doesn't feel right. The Empire doesn't give up ground.
I know. I feel it too.
Watch yourselves.
Might even say, I sense a disturbance in the Force.
That's the way? Alright.
And yeah, I realize that logically every ship should have, like,
you know it.
I don't know, 20 different sensors on their ships, but whatever. I don't want to be too realistic. There is a limit. Yep, that's the right one. Yeah, by the way, another reason this is a Souls-like, game doesn't pause when you pull up the map. Oh, come on, game. Listen, burritos are delicious, okay? I don't know what you want from me. I miss good old refried beans. And I know what you're thinking. What, you mean like from Taco Bell? No, I mean actually good refried beans. You ever have actually good refried beans in your life? You know, the kind of stuff they made there in the restaurant or at home? Because I have. Yeah, homemade refried beans are just a thing. I'm just saying. I commented on this on Discord recently. There was this local joint back in Carlsbad where I would just get a bean and cheese burrito. So good. Oh my god, it was so good. So good. Doesn't need anything else. It's good refried beans and some cheese. That's it. I have since forgotten how to make proper refried beans. I should look that up again. Alright, this is the right way, right? I'm going the right way? Yeah, okay, just double checking myself. There's parts of Zepho I do not like navigating, because it feels a little bit too maze-like to just get from point A to point B. It's actually a complaint I had about Hollow Knight as well, if you remember. Sometimes I just want to go to a place, and it's like, okay, well, you got to go up this, down this, through this, hit this, do this lever, hit this switch, go down this thing, and you're there. And I'm like, can I just go there, please? Speaking of which, I think I've been lied to. I was told there's fast travel, and can't help but notice I do not have access to fast travel. I'm very sad about this. Let me guess. Jedi Survivor has fast travel. I don't know why my accent's drifting. Don't mind me. Ain't no accent. So yeah, if you're paying attention from a gameplay perspective, we just went to Kashyyyk to gain access to open this path right here. That's actually why we did that, but hang on, let me deal with this probe droid first. So what games am I hyped for lately? I have a list. They are in no particular order. Donkey Kong Bonanza, Metroid Prime 4, the Voyager game, several randomizers, Everspace 2, Factorio, Satisfactory, Frostpunk, Master Ryan 2, Master Ryan 4, and Pocopia. If you mean games that aren't out yet, I kind of don't keep track of those to the same extent. A game that's not out yet is, for lack of a better way to put it, not really on my radar yet, you know? Why does this do this? I'm sure there's games coming out that I am excited for. Legitimately, I just, again, it doesn't, it's not in my brain. It's not in my headspace. I don't retain that knowledge because I don't think about it. You know, that would not surprise me, Kennex Cow, at all.
I think we're getting close. I noticed it earlier, this feeling in the pit of my stomach. At first I thought it was Grease's cooking. Now it's getting even stronger. I think the closer we are, the worse I feel. It can't mean anything good.
I wouldn't say I'm looking forward to Dawn of War 4 or Total Warhammer 40k. I am definitely curious about them. See you around, Dakota. Have a good night? I guess at your point. Get some good rest. Let's go with that. Have some refried beans. Yeah, curious. Yeah, like, because it's like, I'm not a huge fan of Total Warhammer 3. I know it's a good game. I'm not trying to say it's not. It's just, it's not for me. And it was eye-opening for how much it wasn't for me. So, where is Total Warhammer 40k gonna sit on that list, you know? I don't know. Now, Dawn of War 4? Oh, jeez, freaking security droid. Because, like, I wasn't super into Dawn of War 1, except for Dark Crusade, which I played the hell out of. And Dawn of War 2 was fine, with a few exceptions. Dawn of War 3 was Dawn of War 3. So what I'm trying to say is that at this point it's just like, we'll see.
Got an intruder!
I would laugh. I'm gonna laugh if this works. Oh, okay, completely immune. Oh god, I can't move. Okay, there we go.
Jedi is elusive.
Oh, there are two of them! Sorry.
Very low. Douglas. Trivial opposition. Requesting maintenance.
Damn it, I just...
Human.
Just grab there.
Still resisting. Unwise.
Yeah, these are not super hard. There's harder stuff in this game. But these are probably our first truly elite mooks in the game.
You cannot escape.
And yeah, pushing us against two of them at once is a choice.
You want to climb up a zip line?
I agree with that, Von Falkenstein.
This motor should do the trick.
But I shouldn't use the word elite. I should use the word heavy. Those are our first real heavies. I mean, I know we fight the trolls before them, but almost every troll fight is optional. Those things are mandatory. And yeah, the trolls are relatively easy. So which faction in 40k do I like the most? Other than the Orcs, because it's the Orcs. So like my second favorite faction. No, that's easy too. It's the Guard. What's the Guard?
Let's move, BD.
I mean, let's be real. Who else would it be? So my third favorite faction. Let me actually put some thought into this, because those two are just so easy picks, right? So who's the third faction now? Let me think about this for a second. Necrons. Damn it, that's too easy again. Because I actually really like all three factions I just mentioned. The Orcs, the Necrons, the Guard. I think Gladius is one of those ones I couldn't get streamable on Falkenstein. I think, don't quote me on that. Because I know that's come up.
Acknowledged. Too fast. Taking the shot. That's our last heavy gunner. How can we win?
You can't.
Take this.
You got it. What's funny is the three factions I just mentioned are like massively different from each other, both narratively and gameplay-wise. It's just all three are awesome for completely different reasons. No, seriously, think about it. So we've got the undead ancient Egyptians of, like, elite death, who, from a gameplay perspective, are very, very high-tier units. Well, then that's not the one I'm thinking of, unfortunately. The one I'm thinking of is, like, 15 years old. Very high-tier units, right? Individual Necron units are elites. Then we've got the Orcs, who are just a giant bundle of chaos, both in lore and in gameplay, and whose primary attack mechanism is literally Mordaka. And then we got the Guard, who are technically a swarmer faction, but actually more of a vehicle-focused faction. And it helps that their vehicles are really awesome. I mean, the Lemon Rose is such an awesome tank. I don't even want to hear it. I love it. Okay, so a list of games I haven't been able to get streamed, but I would be interested in streaming. That's a good question. Could someone do me a favor? Do a little paperwork for me. I have this thing, this ancient mythical device called a website. And on that I have a veto page. You can actually find it by typing !veto into chat right now. If you do, I list the reasons there. One of the reasons I give is can't stream. So which games are on that list that say can't stream? Where Where did you come from? How are you even in here?
Intruder there!
Oh god. Wasn't ready.
Very low. What is that?
Game? I literally can't move. I can't move. I can't move. I can't move. I literally can't move.
Positive impact.
Bully is not in a streamable format. There, I think I could. There we go. Oh my god. Okay, let's get out of here. Jesus.
I need a second. I've got him.
No.
More! Give me more!
Hey, BD.
Give me more! Run! You won't survive! Need a moment?
What's funny is I figured that was why you were asking, Valerian. Of that list, so Bully, I don't think that's going to fix. Civ 2, I actually found my own solution for. I need to remove that from the veto list if it's still there. Prince of Persia: Sand of Time is just a PS2 game, so that's not it. Shouldn't even be there. Arcanum, I don't want to stream. Listen, Aerithok, it's not my fault. Literally. I'm trying to think which of those games it would actually affect. Alright, let's readdress the question. Which of those have can't play, like can't get it running, I think is what I have listed as it.
A worker left their tools in a hurry. They were anxious to locate relics, but also careless of the history buried here.
Who cares about history? God, history is so yesterday. If Prince of Persia's on PC, that might be why it's listed as non-streamable. Cute game.
My men will double their efforts. We'll get inside, Officer Crane.
I mean, everyone always forgets that playable and streamable are different categories for a reason. There are plenty of games that's relatively easy to get running, but I can't get OBS to capture. Like, it's kind of hard to stream a game to... I can just hear you describing the game, pull a DSP, right? Oh my god, so I'm climbing some green moss stuff right now? Yeah, I could get Mark of Chaos working. I did, in fact. It was gifted to me by, oh my god, I can't think of his name all of a sudden. A gentleman who's really into Warhammer, and, like, usually donates way too much money to me. It was gifted to me by him, and he was like, hey, can you stream this? And that day, I sat down and tried to get into streamable format, and failed. Got it running just fine. Hang on 1 second. It's gonna bother me now. Scion of the Emperor, that's his name. Alright, now, let's go to my website. To the website. Actually, no, let's just do this. It's easier to type my own thing in. Okay, so let's see. Descent, Free Space, don't care. Hom 3, don't care. Legacy, Soul Reaver 2, I think that's not there. Oh, you know what? Ultima 9, there you go. There's a game that I wish I could stream because it's garbage. It's such a garbage game. Medal of Honor, Allied Assault, don't care. Hexen, don't care. Armored Dangerous, don't even know what that is. Enclave, don't know what that is. Arcanum, no. I'm never playing that game again. Animal Crossing, no. Prince of Persia Santa Time is don't care. I noticed there's not a lot of can't gets, and there's only one can't run at this point. That's actually kind of funny. It's the secret of the Druids, Fun Falcons. Yeah, so for those who don't know, I've actually played Mystery of the Druids. Not beaten it. The first time I ever saw it played to conclusion was Mandalore stream, or YouTube rather. I don't know why women like bugs. I don't know why women like Tyranids. I sincerely doubt it has anything to do with them being female.
Cal Kestis. How predictable. Oh, yes. I know your name, your past, and most importantly, about Cordova. Tell me, where did he hide the holocron? Outstanding. You bleed like all the others. I've suffered far worse. You can't run forever.
Another step.
Over here. No. You cannot defeat me. I will destroy you.
By the way, I love this fight, even though it's not a supposed to win fight. Primarily because it teaches you so much about how duels are supposed to work in this game. It's arguably our first real duel. You hit her a few times, she has a counter to that.
I'll destroy you like the others.
You can parry her, but parrying her provokes another type of attack, which you then have to deal with.
Very well. You won't dodge the next. I suffered far worse.
Way too early. Thank you, BD1.
You're learning. Not quite as gifted as Sear's last apprentice, but not bad.
You've been keeping count.
I'm surprised she didn't tell you. Sear was never good at keeping secrets.
And you know her so well, huh?
She was weak. Cracked in an Imperial torture chair. Surrendered the location of her naive Padawan. They would never have found me.
Yep.
If it wasn't for her, she betrayed me.
You were Trilla.
In the flesh.
I won't let you manipulate me.
So sure are you? When faced with a choice to protect herself or her Padawan, she chose self-interest. She'll sell you out too.
Well, I can handle myself.
Can you afford to take that chance? Your new master harbors great darkness. The look on her face when she saw what they had done to me, as I am now. She turned, exposing her true nature. She used the dark side.
She cut herself off from the Force.
Oh? How long before she cracks and betrays you too? Is that who you want beside you when you find the holocron? What would Jaro Tapal say?
You have no right to mention his name.
I wonder, what would he think if he could see his Padawan now, skulking in the shadows with a betrayer, granting her access to a legion of impressionable students?
No, I won't let anyone touch them.
I thought the same thing once.
Trilla's my favorite character in this game, if it's not obvious. She is a wonderful take on what is effectively a very old trope, because her archetype is very basic. She's a Padawan who was turned to the dark side. That's it. But they really use her well. And as always, the actress helps. I think part of why she succeeds so well is she's just so damaged. You know? I know that sounds awful to say it. There's not really the typical dark side malice there. There's a lot of bitterness, a lot of resentment, frustration, pain, anger. But not malice. There's no cruelty there. And that's interesting. Yeah, she's broken. Exactly. Think about this for a second. This isn't spoilers. This is just getting into the greater continuity of the Star Wars setting. She's an Inquisitor. Inquisitors are punching bags. It's awful what the Inquisitors go through. She was betrayed, in her own mind, and tossed aside by her master, who was supposed to care for and take care of her. And so she was thrown away and turned into an Inquisitor, where she is betrayed every single day of her life. She was used and abused, from her perspective, by both sides. She also has my personal favorite line in the entire game, which I will highlight when we get there. Because it is one of those rare examples of an extremely well-written line. It is, in fact, only 2 words, but it says a lot with 2 words. We'll get there. So anyways, pluses. I'll jot down more details later. Yeah, exactly. Homeworld Cataclysm and Homeworld 1 were such a breath of fresh air for one big reason. I've covered hundreds upon hundreds of games at this point in my life. I think I'm actually reaching the 1,000 marker of games I've covered. Like, never mind games I've played. I've played thousands of games, but I think I've actually covered thousands of games. And most games are middling in terms of writing quality. As in the moment-to-moment lines of dialogue, right? It's always a treat to see a game that knows how to say a lot with a little. To see a game that knows how to be well-written. I just don't have a better way to put that. And before anyone jumps down my throat about this for the 7,000th time, it's not about writing less necessarily. It's just about writing better, right? The Marquis Andor, over in Final Fantasy XII, says a lot. He has big, flowery prose, but every line is extremely precisely chosen to convey something. The way he talks and the way his dialogue flows, it is flowery, but it's flowery to invoke, right? It is using the language as a tool. It is well written. And that's the point. What did I say? We'll just know. It is always such a treat to be able to cover a game that is well written. Ondor. Yeah. I thought I said Ondor. Whatever. I believe you. Nice evil masks. Gotta have your evil masks, definitely. I also think it's interesting because Trilla would assuredly have an investment in saving those children. Because she doesn't want them to end up like her.
There, BD. You saved my life. And got us closer to the tomb.
Is there anything down here? Not really, just the way forward. I do wonder if a game like this would work better if there was a bit of a build system. Leaning into the dark side or the light side kind of naturally lends itself towards that kind of gaming.
Feels different than the other tomb. I don't know. I don't like it.
I don't know, that might get too close to being a morality system, and the older I get in my life...
Seer, why didn't you tell me?
Because she's a liar.
You... How?
I rerouted communication the moment you tried to contact her. Slicing encrypted transmissions was always a pastime of hers. She taught me once. There's no technique Sarah has that I haven't perfected.
Yeah, morality systems almost always fail. It is extremely rare that a morality system actually works, in my opinion. So, I tend to lean against having a morality system in a game if it can be avoided. Either way, I don't know. I haven't played Survivor as Miristar.
I have no desire.
Whoa, 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 why did that not work? Are you shooting me? I'm trying to help you. Die. Yeah, Fable's morality system works because it's a parody game, which a lot of people tend to forget. Including the guy who was marketing it.
Now, BD!
Whatever. Die. Ironically, Mass Effect's morality system worked reasonably well because it kind of wasn't one. They weren't mutually exclusive. That was actually the big trick, the big secret. Doing one didn't lock you out of the other. Sometimes. It obviously varied from game to game. Yes, Fable was Molyneux. Probably the biggest liar and con artist in his era of gaming, and possibly ever. I'm not sure anyone's ever surpassed him. Yeah, Jade Empire's morality system succeeded every now and again. Like, there were individual quests where, you know, the closed fist and the open palm thing actually worked. But then there was the rest of it. I would agree with that, Arathon. And you are, of course, absolutely right.
Got something?
My friend, these devices appear to simulate this planet's gravitational pull. I can't help but see it as a motif.
So here's our new physics puzzle of the temple. Each temple has its own little thing. I was just thinking in gaming, please not. I can think of plenty of conmen worse than Peter Molyneux.
You're running out of time.
For what?
My scouts located an artifact of interest at the rear of this tomb. Even now I'm studying it, learning his secrets. It seems Cordova was rather taken with these Zepho. Perhaps enough to hide the hologram amongst their bones.
Yeah, we'll see how much you learn.
That's actually an interesting sentence. It's a very dark side way of thinking.
Watch out, or you'll be next. The target is too far. We'll take you down face to face.
No light side Jedi would ever think to hide something amongst the corpses of their enemies. Or their allies, rather. It would be way too disrespectful. And it puts veneration on the wrong aspect of that, you know? And I just realized I'm explaining this badly, but it makes sense in my head. No Jedi would do that, is my point. Plenty of Darksiders would, though. I wonder if they could take down the Guardian. Place your bets. Now, I've said before, Todd Howard's biggest flaw is that he believes it. It's one of the reasons he is so sufficiently charismatic, is because he is speaking from truth. Or at least from sincerity. I shouldn't say truth. You got this, buddy. I'm rooting for you. I got 5 credits on that last Stormtrooper. You just cost me 5 credits. Wait, no, he's alive! He's alive! Oh my god! This dude is a trooper! Look at this! He is staying alive! Look at him! Why is he not the... Okay, now he's dead. Dude, they did a lot of damage to him. He was low on health. Wow! Props! Props to the dude, you... Man! Ah. Someone clip that. That guy.
Here's another one, BD. A relic from the ancient Zepho. I sense great vanity and extravagance in this period of their history. What's that, BD?
Dude, the Empire could have won. Greasy money. Oh, yeah. We're going to do that for a minute. We haven't got any new paunches in a while. Bah! Whatever. Oh, dude, absolutely. He was just there. Dun, 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 dun. I've got this. I've got this. I'm gonna get such a big promotion. And he's finally gonna be able to ask his girl out.
Through this. You will not defeat the Empire.
That is true. I won't.
Feeling weak? Nothing but air.
Okay.
BD.
I would say Grease is probably my 3rd favorite character in this game. There's a second character I like a lot who unfortunately doesn't get enough screen time, but is probably my 2nd favorite character. And you know Trill is my favorite. I've never been quiet about that. She's just amazing. Yeah, I was all ready to be like, oh, you just cost me $5. Then he lived. He lived. I'm in shock. That's a good question, Bill, just now. And yeah, I guess it's obvious, because there's not a lot of characters who haven't been showcased yet, are there? In fact, I think there's literally 3. Wait, hang on. Yes, 3.
Find something?
My friend, what I've found here is disconcerting.
PC and smart. What? Oh, there's the doors? But I already... Oh, I see. Is it the goat, Maverick? It's the goat. Stupid goat. Nobody likes you, goat. Come here. Come here, let me kill you. Let me kill you, goat. I'm gonna be back for you, goat. Dude, that stormtrooper, he was just legit. That's inspirational right there. Ancient eldritch monsters and Jedi. Yeah, Vader's gonna show up and then just the goat will be there. What? Dude, the poncho's awesome in real life. You kidding me? I'd be wearing a poncho if I could. Right. There we go. There we go. Yeah. I'm ready now. Yeah, Vader thought about going to Sith. Then he saw the goats.
We're never getting across this gap. Better double back and tell the squad.
Yep. You are never getting across this gap. You know, I've heard some weird last words in my life. I'm not sure Jedi is a really good one, but at least it's accurate? I don't know. What are your last words? Not as interesting. His last words were either huh or depending on how you want to count that. See, you always got to be thinking about your last words, okay? You got to have them prepped. You got to design them in advance, right? So as you fall, like you're in your mind, you're like, this is it, and then you say, you know, whatever my last words are, whatever I came up with. Remember the Alamo? I don't know, something. I mean, I guess that's true. Jedi! Yeah. I've always loved you, Catherine. Or whatever. can't believe that actually worked. I didn't think it would.
More of my soldiers breach this tomb every minute.
Afraid to face me yourself?
Had your droid not intervened, I would have killed you with ease.
It's okay, buddy. Just ignore her.
Something you should probably take the advice of, Cal. And that's true, Pillars of Snow. But yes, La Habrea's final words are much less good. Okay, they couldn't take out the Guardian. Can they take out the rats? Oh my god! I actually thought they couldn't. I was predicting a loss. I cannot believe no stormtroopers died in that action. Like, you figure if anything's gonna kill stormtroopers, it's something like that, right? That's true, Pillows. No, I didn't think about that, but you're right. Hey! You want to try shooting me? I'm right here. Come on. Come on, shoot me. Okay. Look, stormtroopers are more powerful than we thought possible.
Kill me!
So that guy's last words were, "You won't kill me."
You're not getting out of here alive.
Damn it, is that Fred Tatasciore? Who plays the Purge Troopers? I think that is. You know, that's fair, Maverick. Do I have to fight that guy? Ugh, fine, whatever.
See you, Jedi. Annoying adversary. Lethargic move. My guard is strong. You're going.
Wait, seriously? Huh. So Darth Maul plays the Purge Troopers. There's something appropriate about that. If that's what I'm thinking of. Please forgive me if I'm wrong. Dude, Magnus staves are awesome. I kind of wish we saw more of that. And I guess I'm getting my wish now, so... Monkey's paw curls. That guy really thought he had a plan there. I mean, I guess he technically did. It just... wasn't a great plan. I love the music in here, by the way. That one trooper is just still standing over there. Yeah, that guy was like, this is it. This is my big chance. It's gonna be amazing. Now there's a challenge idea. Sorry, random thought, but like, how would you make this work with a gun? Could it make with a gun? I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think it had the reach just now, so I wouldn't have figured that out. Like, I didn't think it would go that far.
An ancient Zephyonian, part of a workforce that helped construct this tomb. They died before the job was finished.
No! I deserve this. No, yeah, I would have just walked by it, because I assumed there was something else I had to do. Oh, no. No, that's not happening. That thing is just vibrating with something here. Can I slow this? I can. Once again, did not assume that I could.
Not feeling so great, Pete.
There we go. Yeah, they really want me to keep using the stupid slow mechanic. Alright, you got this, buddy. You got this. You can do it. I'm rooting for you. 5 credits. 5 credits. Okay, you killed one. You killed one. The other one's in melee, though. Oh, you got your own melee. Oh, okay. Give it and taking. Give it and taking. Holy crap, he won. Good job. Dude, he took out 2 rats by himself. He deserves that. He deserves praise. Thing I miss most from Disney retcon of the EU. Talon Card. Also the way hyperspace worked. Forgive me for being a world builder for a second, but hyperspace actually made perfect sense in the EU. And they... God, it's a goat. It's a goat. No! The goat! The goat! No! He's even got his own bridge! He's even physicsing! No! The goat! Okay. We beat the goat. Forgive me for being a world builder for a second, but they actually put a lot of work and effort into making hyperspace make sense back in the EU. And they threw that completely out the window.
Artifacts the Empire would have missed if it weren't for your intervention on this backwater planet.
Sure it's worth the cost? I hear Project Augur came at a high price.
Stormtroopers and workers. Expendable resources.
You're a monster.
I am what Sarah made me.
And yeah, someone pointed this out already. Her theme song, if you've ever listened to it in a vacuum, is a horror... It's a horror monster theme. Right? It's Jason Voorhees. And that is very appropriate. Yeah, or Michael Myers or whatever. Shortcut unlocked. Anyways, so I miss what they did to hyperspace. I miss how hyperspace used to be. I miss how I missed several characters. I mentioned Talon Card, who was actually one of my favorite characters from the EU, who's just hasn't made the jump forward. Oh, it would take me a minute to really explain it all to Base Master. That's kind of the problem. But why not? So let's park here. So hyperspace, let's start off by the obvious. It's really freaking fast. The efficiency of your drive determines how long you can go without needing to pause and vent and recharge and all that. And the quality of your drive determines how fast you can go in hyperspace itself, okay? So there's a fairly big gap of speed between how fast ships can go across the galaxy. So you can have a relatively slower ship, but even a slow ship can cross the galaxy in a few months, right? So that also kind of makes the entire galaxy pretty interconnected, which is a major element of something like Star Wars, as opposed to something like, say, Star Trek, where even as of, like, the modern era, most of Trek is concentrated in this tiny little corner of one section of the galaxy, right? So hyperspace is very fast, as opposed to 77 years, exactly. Hyperspace is very, very quick. It is very common. This is also important. So there's a concept called hyperspace routes. They're not literal roads through space. It's more like this is the places which are currently relatively safe to travel through. And I say currently because they drift because the galaxy is moving, which makes perfect sense. Some roads get closed off, some open up over time. That's one of the reasons why there's always a calculation when you enter hyperspace. Now, the reason it really gets brilliant, though, is someone somewhere sat down and ran into the same exact problem I did when I was designing FTL for my setting. Because you want to design FTL in a way that's not completely abusable. To be very blunt about this, no offense to anybody who likes Last Jedi, but the hyperspace ramming is stupid. It is something that if you allow that to exist within the setting, you need to accommodate for that being something that exists within your setting. It was not possible to hyperspace ram back in the EU. The way it worked in the EU was, first of all, when you go to hyperspace, you're in a different dimension. You actually shift dimensions, so you can't, like, just physically interact with something like that. But second, and more importantly, if you hit something's mass shadow, you get smeared. So, I know several people like Last Jedi. You can get smeared across hyperspace. And when I say smeared, I don't have a better word for it. Right? I don't have a better way to phrase that. You get turned into composite molecules and spread across like hyperspace. So what most hyperdrives have is extremely precise, extremely powerful computers that are always working at extremely fast rates to track if there's a hyperspace shadow detected. Once it's detected, it's supposed to pull you out, emergency pull you out of hyperspace. Now that's damaging to the drive and can be damaging to the ship, but it's better than you getting smeared across hyperspace, right? With me so far? Already, they've gotten rid of the possibility of hyperspace ramming, because all you would ever do is kill yourself in the process. You could argue that the supremacy was big enough to create a mass shadow to run into it, but all that would have happened is, and you're dead, right? Now, I'm trying to remember if there's any other specific things there. Yeah, also true, Cleus. I feel like there's more details, because there's a lot of specific niggling details that they thought out about hyperspace, how hyperspace works. For example, interdiction was a thing, and interdiction was very specifically a thing because it allowed you to create an artificial mass shadow, and that would then trigger the ship's, I can't go head-on thing, or because the gravity, so what actually generates the mass shadow is gravity itself, right? It's not actually the mass. It's just a large concentration of gravity. It's just mass happens to generate gravity. With me? So if you can generate a lot of gravity in a spot, you can create a dead zone in hyperspace, which then will be like, oh god, we can't take off because we'll just kill ourselves. If you're very careful, you can use this to good effect. Thrawn, Heir to the Empire trilogy, whatever. But you get the general idea. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that was specific there. I don't think there's anything else. Like there was some other niggling details about the speeds and how much time it takes to calculate entering it, and what would happen if you didn't have a proper course, and the concept of micro jumps. Micro jumps were always considered extremely dangerous because you are going so fast in hyperspace that even just doing a micro jump means jumping a huge distance, and it is very, very, very dangerous to do so, especially if you're not 100% sure what's in front of you. Just all kinds of little details were worked out to make hyperspace really cool, and honestly, my favorite FTL system of any fiction that wasn't written by me. Now, someone asked how much sense warp made over in Star Trek. Warp drive, when it's written well, and yes, we do have to add that caveat, actually makes perfect sense. What warp drive does is it pulls... It creates a bubble around the ship in question and pulls them out of real space. It puts them into warp. They, at that point, can then use their standard drives in order to be able to go... in order to move forward in this altered space. Can you not? Oh my god, I don't think he can. That's actually really funny. Hang on, let me get... This is not inclusive reflexes, I'm just trying to get some distance. Oh, you son of a... Go away! God, what the crap? Oh my god! The rats! The rats! What is this nonsense? Ah! There's more rats! Why are there more rats?
Why do you try?
Here. Ahem. So warp drive warps you into a slightly warped version of reality. I don't know.
Victory is assured.
Really? I just wasted all my force doing nothing to this guy. God, I hate the dagger guys. Oh my god, I hate the dagger guys. This freaking rat. Alright, anyways. Let me talk about warp drive really quick. So you pull yourself out of alignment with normal space, and then you just use your actual normal sublight drive to push forward. And because you are shifted away from normal space, the light speed curve is different. I know that sounds strange to say it that way, but it's true. Like, so if you look at light speed, the light speed curve, it's like this, right? Well, if you shift into warp, it actually turns into this. It actually plateaus at a certain point, which makes sense. There's a reason why, at a certain point, you just kind of can't really go faster in Star Trek. It's because of the nature of how they use their FTL. And it takes more and more and more and more power, and better and better and better engines. It takes very, very precise engines. The reason some ships can go faster in Star Trek is because the warp field they project is better. That's actually the specific thing that increases their speed. They make it so that that warp bubble is more refined and more precise and much better, and you can like specifically tune it to a specific speed you want to go. So when you're actually, obviously, I think all of this has been retconned at this point. Nobody talks about threshold. But if you're at warp 4, you know, I'm going to do really crude example. You're at warp 4 and just pretend your warp field looks like this, right? And then when you want to increase to warp 5, well, you got to change the formation of your warp field to increase the speed. And you want to go to warp 7, you got to change it again, and so forth and so on. And so Voyager, which has an extremely good drive, which can go like 9.991, I think, was its actual cap, has this very, very, very precise ability to engage the warp field very well. And of course, obviously the Borg, who use their death thing, can go extremely fast. But it's also worth noting that Star Trek does have hyperspace. They don't call it hyperspace, but it is. Most of the time, when you see a ship using transwarp drive, you're seeing them enter into transwarp, entering a different dimension, at which point physics doesn't apply the same way. They don't call it hyperspace. That's what it is, though. It is another dimension which you travel through. Babylon 5 uses hyperspace as well. Again, different dimensional travel. But that's Star Trek, and it actually mostly makes sense.
Little help, BD.
The NX-01, if it really pushed itself, could manage Warp 5, and it was damaging to the ship to do so. There's a couple of episodes, especially in Season 4, where they push themselves all the way to Warp 5, and it is terrifying. What?
You will not escape me.
And yes, Homeworld also uses... actually, I don't know what Homeworld uses, now that I'm saying that out loud. I'd have to double check myself on that.
Slipping.
I know they call it hyperspace, but hyperspace is a concept, not a proper noun.
I will not miss.
I hate the dagger guys so much.
Fast enough. Don't waste my time.
Warhammer 40k ships functionally use hyperspace, but yeah, they go to hell. It's an inhabited hyperspace.
Yes. Try to resist.
Yeah, and see, the thing is, hyperspace, what they do in Homeworld clearly has a transit time and a range, but yeah, it feels more gateway-based, which is a different type of FTL, when you just make a gate to go to your destination. I cannot believe I managed that. So Mass Effect actually has two forms of FTL that I'm aware of. So one is the launcher. The launcher's cheating, but yeah, it's the slingshot. We're just going to call it the slingshot and leave it be. That is our third method of FTL, if you're paying attention. Or excuse me, fourth. Typical FTL in Mass Effect is actually exactly like most normal FTLs. You just accelerate halfway there, and then decelerate the rest of the way. That's kind of it. Now, I don't know how they do it. Yeah, I don't remember the specifics off the top of my head, because, I mean, accelerating halfway there and decelerating halfway there is going to run into a huge amount of problems. So I don't remember the specifics of how they do it. And I am so low in health. I don't want to deal with this. I really don't. If they use Mass Effect fields to change their mass equation, to change the physics of light speed, then yeah, that's warp. The concept of warp, obviously. Like I said, there's like 6 or so forms of FTL across all of science fiction. And they all boil down to the same general concepts. You've got your slingshot, you've got your warp, you've got your other dimension, that's hyperspace. You've got the gateway. I feel like I'm missing several, but you get the idea. Please tell me there's like a heal or like a save point, anything. I'll take anything at this point.
I've taken the artifact back to my ship for analysis. Pity you couldn't make it in time.
Doesn't matter what you steal. You'll never understand it.
Yet you do?
You'll find out soon enough.
I'll take those odds.
Jumping would be teleporting, which is basically gateways. If you want to distinguish them, that would be teleport and then gateway. That would also mean, arguably, the homeworld stuff is teleporting. Although, amusingly, they do actually use gateways as well in that setting. At least post-Homeworld 2. No, that's not true. Cataclysm had the slip gates. Please, can I please get a save somewhere, anywhere, please? I am at no health and no healing. Oh, that sounds familiar, Von Falkenstein. Do you mind? Give me something to jog my memory. There's a decent chance I have. Well, I haven't read in 20 years at this point. I used to be a voracious reader. Like I said, I haven't read in about 20 years. I don't even have, like, a defined reason for it. I just kind of lost interest. I could have just burned out, that's possible. I used to read, I mean, you know how fast I read, right? And I practice speed reading regularly, so I still read very quickly. But yeah, what time do I have to read it? That's also valid. I don't even play games off camera. I love playing games. What's with all the gravity stuff in this temple? I did recently pick up the Thrawn Trilogy audiobook. Because it's done by, I can't remember his name, and he's awesome. Oh my god, that's terrifying. Look, that's a face with like a distended mouth, and the tongue is the stained glass the stained glass glass. No, that makes sense. There's actually tests you can do to check how fast you read. And while quite a few of my friends are pretty good readers, just none of them are quite at my level. Mark Thompson, I think that's right. He's phenomenal, if you don't know what I'm talking about. He bothers to voice act, you know, to put performance into his roles, into his thing. So he's voice acting the book. But he also happens to be really freaking good at it. One second. One second. I actually haven't heard his voice for Thrawn yet. I want you to hear something. Okay.
The engineer threw a questioning glance.
Here we go. Just real quick, okay?
Captain Pelion. A voice called down the port side crew pit through the hum of background conversation. Message from the sentry line. The scout ships have just come out of light speed. Pelion, leaning over the shoulder of the man at the Chimera's bridge engineering monitor, ignored the shout.
Trace this line for me,
he ordered, tapping a light pen at the schematic on the display. The engineer threw a questioning glance up at him. Sir?
I heard him,
Pelion said.
You have an order, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir, the other said carefully, and keyed for the trace.
I'll pause there. I don't want to get into copyright issues, but you can see what I mean. The dude puts himself into it, right? He puts in a really good job of voice acting his audiobooks. And yeah, it is Mark Thompson with a C, by the way, if you're wondering. So if you ever want to know if an audiobook is good, if he's doing it, it's probably good. God, please give me a save point. I think dinner's about to be called, too. Oh, thank God. Thank you, God. Ugh. Ugh. I mean, yeah. Then when God, there's just that stall. Oh, nobody's called for dinner yet. So we're gonna explore a little bit more. Where are we? We are where we want to be. Oh, that's cool. Can we kill these
Haven't
people?
seen us. Keep your guard up.
Hey! Hey! Okay, whatever. He's done quite a few audiobooks. He apparently, many years ago, was essentially just called, hey, look at all this money. Can we just take all this money with us? No. He was called many, many years ago to do an audiobook. I don't remember which one. Don't ask me. And he was like, all right. And he did it just such a good job of it that they were like, dude, could you do this other one? Yeah. Can you do this other one? Yeah. And like, he kind of became the audiobook guy for a bit there, you know?
I noticed something while examining the sarcophagus. It's a very convenient location to dispose of nuisances.
You lured me here. Was this your plan all along?
You truly have the wits of a scrapper.
Yeah. By the way, nice tomb for this one dude.
Take position. Don't let him escape. Get on him. All right, let's end it.
Done. Oh, I missed. I missed. Worth it. Oh no! The auto-targeting targeted the wrong guy. Oh, okay.
Weaken up.
Get out of the way.
Step back, I've got this. We'll defeat you. We'll be right behind you. I'll drop him. He's too scared.
Ah, I targeted the wrong guy again! Stop targeting the wrong guy! Why do you do this to me, game? Why do you do this to me?
BD, stim here.
Let's take him on. Can't dodge them all.
I just got an achievement for doing 100 parries. I'm shocked I didn't have that already.
Hey, BD.
Wing me. Don't let him escape. Get to the Jedi.
Well. So about that force pull.
Where is the Force?
Everywhere. It is within me. It surrounds me.
Just so. It connects you. There will be times when emotion, pain, or exhaustion trick you. You will feel cut off, isolated. This is an illusion. Your lightsaber lies there, out of reach, but you remain connected through the Force. Feel that energy around you, and summon your weapon.
Use Unbound! Yeah, so now we're going to run into a weird issue. I knew this was coming. I don't have another button to put that on. So I got to think about this. I'm going to have to lose something. No, L2 is push. Oh, or slow, I should say. Although, that might work. Let's try that.
Force is within you, around you, connecting you to your weapon.
You must ignore all distraction.
And now we're dead. Oh,
Force
never
is
mind.
with me. It connects us. Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, if you're wondering why there's grass on the surface of the thing we just fought on, yeah, that's Travis Willingham. That is in fact Torellian. Among many other roles, obviously. Yep, all we're missing is the double jump. Spoilers. Just making sure I'm not missing anything.
You survived.
Not part of your plan?
Luckily, I always allow for contingencies.
Let's go ahead and refill here. We still haven't finished the basic MSQ as Minister. We are so far behind at this point. Yeah, he's also Gazlo because he's ridiculous. So there's the whirlwind throw. We've mentioned that a few times. It said it, I had already canceled out before the message had finished rendering, but well, it's fine. I can double check myself on that, Mr. Red, but yeah, pretty sure. I mean, the same guy voices Nazoth and Gallywix. That took me a second. Ooh. Stim canisters also refill your force. Yeah, I might go for that. Increased life recovery, that's another good one. Increased life, that's another good one. Yes, Darren DePaul is also Dun-Dun. If you don't know who Dun-Dun is, I am very sad. Let's do this one. Being able to refill my force is just way too useful. You've got to have a sliver of health left. Give me a break. Yeah, there it is. I just missed it somehow. Ah. Whee! Can I help you?
Gotta deal with me now, Jedi.
Oh no, I have to deal with this guy now. Damn it.
Stim BD.
Watch your feet. Attack him quickly. Stay on him. Watch him. Could be a trap.
Attack. This one's mine. It's you and me. Enter him. I won't let you escape.
Are you seriously not gonna detonate? Stupid spy bot didn't even explode properly.
I'll deflect them all.
Ah! I can't even hit it! No! Ah, whatever. Stupid probe droids. I didn't know that one was Mister. I knew Ralph Edison was in 4, but not in 3.
This was an offering to the Sageberry. At the time, it was considered precious.
Alright, guys, do you think they can do it? Can they take the troll? Trolls are kind of weak. So, maybe? You got this. You got this. Come on, dude. I believe. I no longer believe you're dead. Didn't even get him to half health. You're pathetic. The other trooper is just insulted by your callous disregard for the Emperor's will. You missed it, Rax. Earlier, this one dude fought one of the Guardian troopers for like 30 seconds. It's going to be a short at some point. Died eventually, but got the Guardian thing all the way down to like 10% health. Alright, yes, the Iron Trooper. He was legit. This feels like the wrong way. I want to go... I don't want to go this way. I want to go up. Let him fly back this way. I can't.
Adversary inbound. Hurry, end it!
Can I help you?
He's going down. Won't let you kill me.
He would, in fact, let me kill him. I wonder, is this going to respawn the guys right there? Because it should, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's up? I won't let you kill me! Sorry. Fine.
I won't let up.
I was really hoping that it would be here for this run, Rax, but I haven't even got an email yet. So I'm just in limbo. I don't know what their supply chain is looking at, or what, like, number I am in the list, but meh. I don't regret holding off on it. There was no way I could have known the D-pad was going to be good. Especially since by the pictures it doesn't look like it is. Alright, here we go. So we've got that trooper over there, and that trooper, and they're fighting... Oh, they're fighting a Guardian. And then those troopers are fighting a goat. And we know the goat's going to win that. That's easy. Can they defeat the Guardian? What are my bets? What are my bets? I've got 10 credits on the trooper. Up, see? See? He's still going. He's got this. He's got this. Okay, he's dead. They didn't even scratch the paint on this thing. You guys suck. Well, that's what I'm told, too, Base Master. I have obviously not held one yet, so I'm taking it a little bit on faith. Dude, yeah, that one guy. Everyone hated that one trooper in Stormtrooper School. Because he was just so good. I love how it just goes through the wire, like, yeah. Yeah, no, it doesn't look very good, to be honest. Hey, remember me? See, last time he knew I was a Jedi. He forgot. He forgot about me. Kind of sad. No, I know, but I need a Bernie thing to take care of the chain. I've been looking around for a Bernie thing, and I haven't seen one yet. Sure, okay. Can I even get one from over here? Like, I'm way over here. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to become a dark Jedi and defeat the most powerful of all boa constrictors. Remember not to play over there, please, kiddo. Please? Thank you. But I will defeat you with my dark lightsaber.
That is not dark. That is very bright.
That's true, with my bright saber, I will defeat you. Ah, you're too powerful, no! How did you... You okay? You okay?
Uh-huh. It just hit my nose.
I was trying to give you a hug. Is dinner ready?
Yes.
Is it time for squishing?
No.
Okay. Let's squish then. Unlimited cuteness. That's you, by the way. How's your tooth coming along? Nice. Excellent.
It's really wiggly.
Pretty soon, then. Probably within a week at the outside.
It still hurts when I wiggle it side to side.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll still be a little bit of time.
Well, you know how to deal with these. This is not your first loose tooth.
Mm-hmm. This is my 6th loose tooth.
Headbutt. Gentle headbutt.
Bonk. I've already lost 5.
Okay, so we're going to chop off for now. For once, I don't think I have anything going on tomorrow, so I might actually be able to freaking stream tomorrow. So I will see you guys.
Mm-mm.